Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight we're going to do something a little different. I was sent a care package that had some mini brands. There are 3 types that my mom sent. We have the Series 3, the Mini Brands Create, and Mini Brands Netflix, which is why I made the backdrop to kind of look Regency theme, because in the Netflix ones I wanted to see if maybe I'll get lucky and get some of the really cool ones from that or maybe one of the Stranger Things. So my mini-me over here is going to kind of be like a Vanna White and showing it off, and the shelves that you see here are actually I'm gonna have to show you what I'm talking about, but it was a decor piece and I just flipped it around, painted it with spray paint, and it works really well as shelves instead. So let's get into it, shall we? We're gonna start with the Mini Brands Series 3, and depending on what we get, I will be putting some into the store and doing an update video to show you guys the store that I did and the things that I've changed in it. So let me get this open. Okay, now that I got the wrapper off, you can see it's one of the old style orange bulb, what I like to call these. I'm going to start with the first one, which has something that you build. Let's see. It's the sign holder. So I will put that together in a bit. We'll go on to the next one. This one has Swizzle's Love Hearts. That's actually a very large container. I think that's too big for Barbie, but you tell me. I'm going to put it on the shelf next to her. She got tired of standing up, so she's kind of relaxing, but in comparison, I'd say that's a little big. We have the collector's guide, which tells me that these Swizzle Hearts, ah, here they are. They're down here. So they run with the common, but that's okay. I'm really not worried about what's collectible, what's rare, what's hard to find. That doesn't bother me so much. Alright, here we go. Cool Whip. This one's going to go in the store. I do think it's a good enough size for Barbie. Then you have this one, Stovetop. That one's a good size for Barbie too. And our final surprise is Chupa Chips? I'm not exactly sure. Or Chupa Chups? I'm not sure. I have never gotten one of those. But it'll go in the candy section. So, there's the first ball. And let's find out what's in the other ones. Okay guys, capsule 1 is on the boxes up here, or on the shelves up here. So now we're going to open the next one. This one is the Netflix series. I'm kind of excited about Stranger Things, maybe Emily in Paris, and Bridgerton. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we got a bunch of little bags inside. I've never actually done a Netflix one. So let's see what we got. Looks like you got the legendary is The Witcher. You have iconic from Squid Games. You have luxury. I love this camera. Actually, I wouldn't mind this too. Ultra rare. That's kind of cool. The Bridgerton cake. Stranger Things pizza, maybe. I do love this one. This one would be really good in my game room that I've built, as well as this. but I do love this right here. Emily in Paris, that one's pretty cool too. What else do they have? There are so many things. Okay, so that's what you could potentially get, but I want to see what we actually got. And let me lower this so you can see a little bit better. How about that? Alright, we're going to start with this one. Looks like this goes here. And there's that. I'm guessing it's a type of ship. I'm going to have to look because I don't really know. It is from the Rebel Moon. But what is it? It's not something I recognize. So if you know what it is, leave me a comment below. But it looks like a ship, I'm guessing. Spaceship. It's interesting. Not my cup of tea, but we'll put it here. Maybe. Okay, there we go. The next one in the box, or in the bags, is in a box. It's Hopper. Alright, this is pretty cool. This is going to go really well in my nerd game room. Can you see how well that is? I'll bet I could take him out of the box, but I kind of don't want to. I want to leave him in the box, at least for now. So we're going to put that up on the shelf. He kind of doesn't want to stand by himself. And the next one we have comes in 2 pieces. I'm guessing this is a stand. Also from Rebel Moon. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do this. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to go at the feet. Like that? Okay. Like that. Again, I don't know what Rebel Moon is. Interesting, but not quite what I would have been looking for. I'm going to put those down there since they're both the same series. Okay, now we have a really, really big bag. Looks like a pig with a bunch of stuff inside. It's from the Squid Games, but I don't know what it is. Anybody else want to tell me what it is? Leave me a comment. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but it's going right there. Are any of you Squid Games fans? Let me know. And then the final bag is a coin, medallion, necklace. I think from The Witcher, if I remember correctly. Yeah, from The Witcher. This one's considered a luxury item. Again, not a show I know anything about. But it is cool. It's pretty solid feeling. Blank on the back. It's got a neat symbol. So yeah. Alright. Those are the items I received from that one. We have one final capsule that my mom sent. This one is a Mini Brands Create. I saved it for last. It's from the Master Chef series, and you create dishes. That's why I saved this one last, because this one's going to revolve around me making something. So, this is the part I don't like. And to save you from that, I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. I have it fully unwrapped. Let's pop it open. And see what we got. There is a lot to this one, which could be fun. So let's see. We're going to start with the centerpiece that is wrapped up. And looks like tissue paper. It's a hat. Oh, it's a UV light. Okay, that's actually cool, and that will be very, very helpful. So, I have the UV light. I think I'm going to lower this a little bit more so you can see the bags better, since I don't quite get high enough. Okay. And then we have 4 bags. This one feels like it might be the resin pieces. So let's open this one first. Okay. So we might have the chocolate cake. Yeah, I think I have the chocolate cake with strawberries, or no, cherries. Cherries on top. So it looks like this is going to tell us how to do it. All right. Let's open the rest of it. This is, oh, this is for it to go on top of. Just an orange paperboard card. So we'll put that there. I'm guessing that's no longer needed. All right, let's see here. Next bag. Oh, yes. Okay, so that one's empty. You have, I'm assuming this is going to be, yeah, this is a cake stand. We're going to put it together like that. There. So there we go. We have a little cake stand back here. Okay. And then we have 2 other things. We have a little plate, and we have what looks like a very decorative platter. I don't know how well you can see that, but it does have raised edges that give it a molded design to it. So that's pretty cool. That is, I believe, our cake platter. Yeah, it looks like that's the cake platter. And then a pair of tongs came with it, so we can serve it. And I'm going to put that with the other little plate. Okay. We're going to open this one next. This looks like the toppings. So we have a box of cherries. This is what I love about many brands, is getting these types of things, because even if I don't use them all on the project, they look great in my stores. So it looks like on one side we have whole cherries, and then on the other side we have half cherries. Cherry halves, however you say it. So there's our cherry box. Ah yes, the chocolate cake base. This is going to be fun. Let's see what this looks like. So we have 2 chocolate cake pieces. I love the details that they give on that. So there's those. We have a tiny fork, which I think, yeah, I think that'll go with her size. What do you think? So we'll put that there, and then we have the serving piece so we can scoop the cake off. Okay, so it looks like that's it for that bag. The final bag should have the resin pieces. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Oops. That comes right off of that one. Okay. This is the whipped cream. It does have it does have a piping tip on it, which is really cool, so that they can come out looking like they do on the picture. This one is the chocolate sauce. And then we have sprinkles, which I don't know how well you can see them, but they are star-shaped, so that's cool. And then we have another piping tip, I'm assuming for the chocolate sauce. So, according to this, the first thing we want to do is start with this piece. So I'm going to pull out one of the chocolate cake pieces. We're going to put it on there. And then we're going to take this. Okay. How many of you guys have done these? And when it comes to mini brands, what is your favorite one? Is it the one where you make things? Is it one where you just open them up? Like, which one is the one you love the most? I'd love to know. And then we're going to attempt to squeeze it out. I'm going to try to smooth it around. Now this is probably not how you're supposed to do it. I'm going to try to get it to the edge as close as I can, hopefully not going over. Okay. So there's that part. Alright, the next thing you want to do, they have the fork inside the cake. I don't want to do that. I don't want it on the cake. Let's see. Then we're going to take the half strawberries. And this is where your tongs are going to come in handy. So you're going to take the half pieces and put them around the edge. I have horribly shaky hands, so forgive me. It's a little more difficult. But that's part of having nerve damage in your hands. It's having patience. No. Now they're just going everywhere. Okay. Do it like this. Oh, I think you're supposed to be turning them the other way. Okay, well, mine are going to be facing the wrong way. They're supposed to be flat side up. So, oops. Just now realized that. Well, some of them will be flat side up, and some of them won't. Now that I have the edges rung or decorated all on there, the next part you're gonna do is you're gonna take more and you're gonna put it in the middle. Like so. And then you're gonna take the second cake, I think. Yeah. And put it on top. Like that. And now it's time for the chocolate part. We're going to open that up. Okay, and then we're going to put the tip on, and this is the chocolate resin. And then what we want to do is drizzle it. Maybe. Kind of like chocolate ganache on a cake. And it's okay to let it drizzle. It's supposed to kind of drip down the sides. Mine doesn't seem to want to do that. So we're going to do this instead. Okay, it's kind of coming out. I don't know how well you can see this, but we're kind of getting it to come down the edge a little bit, the hard way. It's not neat and pretty at all. But then that's kind of how some of my baking is in real life, right? So that works. It's fine. And then try to scrape this off of it. Ta-da! Okay. Now that my hands are a little messy, let me try to wipe this clean so I don't get resin everywhere. And then that way I can also use it again later. Alright, and then you're going to want to take your sprinkles. Maybe. Okay, that's not quite working. And we're just going to dab them around. Okay, that's all the sprinkles. I'm going to hang on to the jar though, because I think I can make fake sprinkles and then put them into my store. So I like that idea. I'm also going to keep the box that the cake came in because I think I can do something similar to that. And I'm going to put those back here. Okay, next up, we want to use the UV light. So it says if you're going to use this, 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so for the most part it's cured. There are some places that are still sticky. It's been at least 10 minutes, maybe a little more I think, but I guess I'm not as even with holding it as I possibly need to be. So I'm just going to say it's good enough. The top part I can touch without anything coming off. It's mainly these side goopy parts that are still, I need to hold on to the light for, but I will come back to that. So we're going to turn this off. I did use some of the extra to put some syrup on this waffle I 3D printed for my girls way back when. It looks light enough when you thin it out to look like syrup. So I did that. And then this is a sauce bowl that I had made, and I decided to use the remaining stuff that I had, the resin, the chocolate syrup one, to put it into the bowl so that it can finally finish my Asian set that I 3D printed and made. The ramen bowl, the 2 cups of green tea, and now the sauce bowl. And yes, they are in glow-in-the-dark resin, or not resin, 3D printed filaments. So that's going to be a fun thing that I can later add to a scene, but I use the extra sauce to do that with. And I still got to cure that some more. But we're going back to the cake because that's what was in this kit that I had. The next step is to have the whipped cream, and we are going to pipe it. Let me see if I can move this just right so you can see. We are going to try to make these nice and pretty. Yeah, I could have went on a just nailed it show and be like those. Okay, let's try bigger. Maybe. This does not look like the picture at all. And it is getting harder to get the remaining part out. I mean, it's fun, but I am really not that good at this part. Let's see. Maybe I just make them look like curly cues and it looks cute enough, right? So these are just going to look like huge globs. And I'm getting it on my hands. Okay, and then we're going to put one in the middle just because. Or not. It doesn't really like that one. Okay. Well. Photo. Actual cake. I guess that's kind of how it is in real life too. So, realistic points maybe? Alright. Now what we're going to try to do is take the whole strawberries, and then we're going to plop them down like this into my globs of whipped cream. Maybe this will make up for the globs. Or maybe not. It might look absolutely ridiculous, but that's part of the fun. Here, and one more in the center, like that. We're gonna say that she is a total newbie at making cakes for displays, but there's my cake. It's not too terribly bad. I think the sprinkles were completely lost, and that's okay. I'm not a sprinkles fan anyways. We're going to put the remaining 2 cherries. There's really not much left over once you do this. I think I could have done without putting them in the middle, because honestly, you're not really seeing them that much. But according to the instructions, you have to leave it to sit for just 20 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it sit. It's dry. We have the cake on the side. I would have preferred to have a slice maybe to put onto the plate, especially since we have this. I mean, we could stick it up under the cake and just say it's a part of that, but I don't know. I'm kind of not about that. What do you think? What would you have preferred to have done? I'm going to set my serving piece here, maybe. It's not totally, okay, not really, that makes it come up. We'll just set it off to the side, it's fine. But there's my cake, we're gonna let it sit. I am happy about everything that I had in these capsules. Just to recap, we had the mini brands up here. Out of that capsule, my favorite has got to be the Cool Whip. It's something I use in real life, it's something I can recognize, and it's also perfect doll size. So that's my favorite out of that one. Out of the Netflix one, Hopper is definitely my favorite piece. I do like most of Stranger Things. And there you go. Now you can see him. This is going to be an awesome addition to my nerdy game room. So I'm really happy about that. And then as far as this goes, I love to make these things. I love having all of the accessories that come with it. And I like the fact that even the empty boxes and little containers, I mean, this one's a little large, but it's still doable for Barbie, I think. There's a comparison for you. It's just a jumbo size of sprinkles. And I can make little white cutouts, put them in, and make it look like a full jar again, and then put that into my store or into scenes when I do my photos of her baking. This one, I'm actually excited. I know it's the iconic one that you see on the capsules when you buy them, but something about chocolate cake with lots of whipped cream is just really exciting to me. And it's not too terribly bad. I'm not the best at these, like I said, but I thought it was fun to put together. So, there's my 3 capsules. Hopefully soon I'll be getting some more. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite part was, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.